All right, so we find ourselves with a bit of time this afternoon. We're going to carry on with the greenhouse project. So the plan of action today is to put some two-way tape down on one half of the template, layer plastic across it, and then attach other 4-inch strips on top of that to secure it into place. Then we'll trim off the excess plastic, and hopefully that works. Just an idea I came up with because I'm doing this by myself. A little easier with two people, but yeah, I'm by myself today, so let's get started. I'm glad you could join us today, and we hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so I've got some 20-foot wide by 6 mil poly laid out here. We'll roll it out to 8 feet and cut a piece for both the front and the back. Yeah, I couldn't find 20 foot at the local building supply like Home Depot or Lowe's or the standard big box. They would have it in 10 foot but not 20, so I had to go to a construction supply outlet and they carried it there. Not real greenhouse poly. I don't think it's UV protected. I think it's just for construction purposes. So, but good enough for what we need right now. So we'll roll that out, cut it at 8 feet and drape it over the template. All right, so as I said before, I think the first step is to lay down some two-way tape. We're just going to put it on all the up and downs on this side and some across the top and just right in here. The doorway doesn't need it because that's all going to be cut away. So let's put some two-way tape down to start. Okay, well, as it turns out, the two-way tape does nothing and doesn't want to stick to the plastic very well, and yeah, I guess that's why it's called carpet tape. It sticks to carpet, but probably not a whole lot else. At any rate, we're going to staple it and then try and pull it a little bit tight and then put our other 4-inch pieces over top of that. So let's give it another try. This is from the woods, trim the plastic, and all she did was just go 1/4 inch in on the outside edge. That's all going to get covered. And so the top pieces here we're going to start with. The idea is that all these uprights will get overlapped, and then I'll screw in to the uprights, and wherever there's a joint I'll put some extra screws in, and then it should hold the frame all together. So I've got the two pieces. They're slightly oversized. We can trim them down afterwards with a router or jigsaw, and we're going to attach them with some 1/4 inch narrow crown staples, and then we'll go around and screw it all together after. Starting to look like the end of the greenhouse. All right, well, the uprights are in. I filled in the 3 bottom pieces across the door bottom and the window bottom. One last piece to put in the header, but that's a little bit more complicated. I have to bevel or cut a piece off to make it fit. Shouldn't take too long, and then screw it together. And then the only thing left after that is to fabricate a door. All right, well, we're done screwing the frame together, both from the front side and the back side. I took the temporary cleats off. I flushed up all the corners with the router bit. And yeah, one last thing that I want to do to at least the front frame and the back frame is on the outside edges, I want to round it over with a round over bit. That way, if the plastic comes around the corner, it won't be cut by the sharp plywood. But yeah, we're kind of making it up as we go. You know, I have a general vision on how this should look. And as we get into the project, well, yeah, things change a little bit. So I think we're going to build the second frame, or the back side of the greenhouse frame, on this table. Seems to be a little bit easier than crawling around on your knees. And yeah, we'll give that our consideration next. Okay, so front side's pretty well done, except for the door, a few tweaks, and we're going to start on the back side. So yeah, Mrs. From the Woods and I were discussing some of the requirements for a greenhouse, and one of them is venting. So I guess on hot days you have to evacuate hot air so that the plants don't just die up and shrivel and ruin all your hard work. So yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with a big panel on the back, and I'll explain why in a little bit, but we'll frame off of that, and to the left or to the right near the top we'll incorporate a little vent window. But having said that, on hot days we can vent it, but on cool days in the fall and in the spring we would like to possibly heat it. So that being said, we have a good resource of wood around here, and we thought maybe a small wood stove. So we can just cut a hole for a chimney in that plywood and vent that out the back. Anyway, that's the idea. Don't know if that's going to happen, but at least we'll plan for it. So let's get started on the back panel.
There's going to be some deletion.
Well, we've got the second frame stapled together. I have to go around and screw everything, but yeah, the plastic went on pretty easy. The second frame went considerably quicker than the first because all I had to do was lay down the battens and then just make a pencil line and cut to that line. But the idea is in this area here, we'll eventually put a hole for a chimney if that's how we decide to heat it, and a vent up top with a piece of plexiglass that I had left over from another project. So yeah, that's it for tonight, I think, and we'll have to finish screwing this frame together some other time. All right, well, I think that does it for tonight. Pretty busy day. We got both panels made. I got a few things to do on the back panel yet. I got to cut the vent and make an opening with some plexiglass that I got left behind. from another project, and yeah, we'll get it attached to the middle frame. So yeah, the journey continues. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we would love it if you would like and share and subscribe and hit that bell icon, and join us again for another video coming soon. Thanks for watching.